RNA, we have ribose sugar. It is a pentose sugar, that means it has got 5 carbon atoms. A, G, C are common in both DNA as well RNA. The molecules which are responsible for this are called as nucleic acids. Very important questions here is, what is nucleotide? The polymer of ribonucleotide is RNA. Watson and Crick has explained the structure of DNA. Hello everyone. Have you all wondered, we have so many resemblance like our parents. There's so many characteristics which we have inherited from our ancestors. Every generation of every species have so many resemblance to their ancestors, and the molecules which are responsible for this are called as nucleic acids, and we are going to study about nucleic acids in the session 6 of the chapter biomolecules. So last class, what did we study? We studied about hormones as well as vitamins. Today we have the topic nucleic acids. What are nucleic acids? Nucleic acids are chain polymers of nucleotides. They are also called as polynucleotides. Okay. What are nucleotides? I shall explain in the further slides. Okay, there are two types of nucleic acids, that is deoxyribonucleic acid, which we call it as DNA, and ribonucleic acids, which we call as RNA. Okay, so the first we'll see the chemical composition of nucleic acids. Nucleic acids have three main components. First one is they have a sugar component, okay, or a sugar molecule. Then they have a heterocyclic compound with nitrogen called as base. So heterocyclic compound which contains nitrogen is called as base. They have sugar, okay, and the other component is phosphate group or phosphoric acid group. So basically they have three components. Now in DNA there is only deoxyribose sugar, and in RNA we have ribose sugar. It is a pentose sugar, that means it has got 5 carbon atoms, and the structure is here. See, ribose, if you see first, second, third, fourth, 5 carbon atoms. The first one OH is above, so it is beta form. The second OH is below, third OH is below, and in the fourth you have CH2OH and H groups. So this is beta D ribose. If the oxygen in the second position is missing, then it becomes beta D 2 deoxyribose, which is present in DNA, and this is the one which is present in RNA. So both are ribose or pentose sugar. One is just ribose, exactly beta D form, and in DNA the second, you can see the second position oxygen is missing. We call it as beta D 2 deoxyribose. 2 because the second position OH is missing. That is about the sugar component of nucleic acid. When it comes to the nitrogenous base, DNA has got adenine, thymine, guanine and cytosine. A, G, C, T, A, G, C, T, and RNA has got A, G, C, U. Okay. Now, A and G are purines, C and T, that is cytosine and thymine, are pyrimidines. Cytosine and uracil are also pyrimidines. So you have three types of pyrimidines, that is cytosine, thymine and uracil, and two types of purines, adenine and guanine. Now the difference between DNA and RNA, if you observe, here it has got thymine and here it has got uracil, and A, G, C are common in both DNA as well RNA. and the other component is phosphate group or phosphoric acid group. That is about the chemical composition. Next is what is nucleoside and what is nucleotide. Okay, so nucleoside is if the sugar moiety in its first group or the first carbon atom has got the nitrogenous base. You can see the structures here: A, G, T, C and U, purines and pyrimidines we have. Okay, if this is the nitrogenous base, and just for our convenience to avoid confusion, what we have done is we have numbered this as 1 prime, 2 prime, 3 prime, 4 prime and 5 prime. We just put a dash which we call it as prime. Okay, 1 prime, 2 prime, 3 prime, 4 prime and 5 prime position. So in 1 prime position there is a nitrogenous base. Sugar with the nitrogenous base is called as nucleoside. Okay, you have nitrogenous base in one side, you can just remember that way, only on one end you have the base, then we call it as nucleoside. Okay, for the nucleoside, if there is a phosphate group added in the 5 prime position, we call it as a nucleotide. Okay, so what is a nucleoside? The unit formed by attachment of base to 1 prime position or base plus sugar, we call it as a nucleoside, and base plus sugar plus phosphoric acid group, we call it as the nucleotide. So in 1 prime position of sugar we have base, and 5 prime position of sugar we have the phosphate group. Okay, next is the phosphodiester linkage which is formed. Now you have the nucleotide, you have many nucleotides, they have to be linked with one another to form polynucleotides. Okay, the nucleotides should get added up or should get linked to one another to form polynucleotides with the linkage called as phosphodiester linkage. You can see in the 5 prime position of sugar we have the phosphate group which gets added up to the 3 prime position of the sugar which contains the OH group. You can see here phosphodiester linkage is formed between 5 prime and the 3 prime end of the sugar. Okay, or between the two nucleotides. So here again you can see this one more nucleotide gets added up here from 5 prime to 3 prime position. So that's why in the DNA we write 5 prime to 3 prime. So from 5 prime to 3 prime it is going this way, and if it is coming on the other side we call it as 3 prime to 5 prime. Okay, so that is about the phosphodiester linkage between the nucleotides. So if you see, the simplified version of the nucleic acid looks like this. Sugar has a base, between you have a phosphate group. Sugar base plus phosphate, n number of times it will go on repeating to get the full primary structure of a nucleotide or a polynucleotide. If the sugar present is ribosugar, we call it as ribonucleotide, and if the sugar present is deoxyribo, then we call it as deoxyribonucleotide. Okay, the polymer of ribonucleotide is RNA and the polymer of deoxyribose nucleotide is called as DNA. Okay, that primary structure is just the long chain which has got different bases at different position, as you can see here. Next is the secondary structure of DNA, that there is folding, where Watson and Crick has explained the structure of DNA as right-handed helical polynucleotide chain coiled spirally in opposite direction around the central axis. If you have this as the central axis, they are in the opposite direction. That is, to be very simple, if this is from 5 prime to 3 prime end, it comes in the opposite direction, 5 prime, this will be 3 prime end. So you have two chains which are right-handedly twisted, okay, with one another along the central axis, okay, and these two strands are anti-parallel. That is what I meant here, 5 prime to 3 prime, and the other one comes in the opposite direction, 5 prime to 3 prime. Okay, and between the two strands there are hydrogen bond which is present, and they are complementary to one another. What do you mean by complementary? See, if this is base A, adenine, this will be T, and between A and T there is 2 hydrogen bond which is possible. Okay, this 2 hydrogen bond is possible. If this is G, here it will be C with 3 hydrogen. If this is T, this can be A with 2 hydrogen, C and G it can be 3. So it is complementary. If A is present on one end, the other chain will have T, and between them there will be hydrogen bonding. That's why we call it as they are complementary to one another, they are anti-parallel, and between the two strands we have hydrogen bonding. Between adenine and thymine there are 2 hydrogen bonds, and between guanine and cytosine we have 3 hydrogen bond. Okay. Now this hydrogen bond is one which makes the DNA very stable. This is the double helical structure proposed by Watson and Crick. Okay. The secondary structure of RNA, see, RNA is single stranded helical structure, but it is single stranded, but they can fold themselves back and they can get this hydrogen bond between them. They are also found in 3 different types depending on their function, that is messenger RNA which is called as mRNA, ribosomal RNA which is called as rRNA, and transfer RNA which we call it as tRNA. Okay, the structures are like this. I told you all RNA is single stranded helical structure. Okay, these can fold themselves back. You can see they'll fold themselves back, and now in between them the hydrogen bond can be formed. Also there are of 3 types: messenger RNA, then we have ribosomal RNA, and then we have transfer RNA. Here also we have 5 prime to 3 prime direction phosphodiester linkage which is present, and the nitrogenous base which is present in RNA are adenine, guanine, cytosine and uracil. Thymine is present only in DNA, uracil is present only in RNA. Okay. Next we will see the difference between DNA and RNA. Once again it will be a repetition for you all. You can see A, G, C are common in both, whereas RNA we have uracil and thymine we have in DNA. Then the sugar which is present, we have ribose sugar in RNA and deoxyribose sugar in DNA. So the first one, ribose and deoxyribose. Okay. Then you have contains thymine, contains cytosine, rest all are same. They are double stranded helical structure. These are single handed helical structure. They occur in the nucleus of the cell. These are mainly present in the cytoplasm of the cell. Unique property of replication, they can replicate several times to get same copies of the original DNA which is present. They do not replicate. These are, DNA is the one which is responsible for inheritance or heredity, whereas RNA controls protein synthesis. Okay, that is the difference between DNA and RNA. It is one of the important questions for your exam. Okay. Lastly, we have biological functions of nucleic acid. DNA is the main reserve for genetic information. Okay, it is one molecule which is responsible for all the characteristics which we have inherited from our ancestors. Okay, so the DNA is a chemical basis of heredity and may be regarded as reserve of genetic information. DNA molecule is capable of self-duplication during cell division, and identical DNA strands can transfer into the daughter cells. That's why throughout one human being, he can have only one set of DNA. Be it any species, they can have one set of DNA which is unique only for that particular species. Okay. They synthesize protein in the cell, that is actually proteins are synthesized by various RNA molecules in the cell, but the message for the synthesis of protein goes from the DNA. That is, from DNA transcription occurs, okay, and the instructions for making protein goes as mRNA from the DNA. mRNA carries all the information. We call that process as transcription, and mRNA to protein synthesis is called as translation, where you have rRNA and tRNA which comes into picture during protein synthesis. So, the protein is synthesized by RNA molecules, but then the message for that is again present in DNA itself. So, that is the biological functions of nucleic acid. I hope you have understood about what is DNA, what is RNA, what is the difference between DNA and RNA, and also very important questions here is what is nucleotide, what are nucleoside. Then we have 1 mark questions where the difference in the nitrogenous base which is present. DNA has thymine, RNA has uracil, and the common for both is AGC. Okay, and then what is the biological function of nucleic acid is also important. Next class we will be learning about new chapter, coordination compounds. Okay, so see you. Stay focused, stay tuned, my dear children.